Wow, we truly feel like we've arrived in style. Welcome to MozFest 2021, everyone. First, a little bit of housekeeping to start us off. You might have heard already, but in case you haven't, we are recording this meeting. So if you do not want your image to be captured, please turn your camera off. My name is Sarah Allen, and I am the director of MozFest, and I am your host. While I'm honored to be your host here today, we have a big team juggling this opening circle. They will be pasting links, wrangling breakouts, and juggling a video feed, and also helping us all get set up here today. We're going to be using a couple of platforms to engage with you all, so please have your Slack open, your MozFest Slack open, or Twitter. And you can find the MozFest Slack channel in the Zoom chat, or if you're watching this on the broadcast, to the right-hand side of this video feed. Our community participation guidelines will be in effect across this festival, and we encourage everyone to make sure you familiarize yourself with these participation guidelines. These are also now being pasted into the Zoom chat, and you can find them at the bottom of the Plaza page where you're now watching this broadcast. Right, let's start. So welcome to MozFest. This is our opening circle. And in past years, the opening circle was in a room with 400 seats in a semicircle in a large atrium at Ravensbourne University in London. The opening circle today spans the globe and is shaped by an incredible range of people joining this meeting and watching on the live stream. Today is the first day of MozFest 2021. It is our 11th festival on the calendar, but it is the first of its kind as we are all virtual this year. For the next 35-ish minutes, I will be your host as we kick off 12 days of connecting, learning, and building to keep the internet open, free, and healthy for us all. We had hoped to be in Amsterdam, but life had alternative plans for us all. So while Amsterdam is still our host city, which I hope the video was a little bit of a giveaway, we are in fact attending this year's event from home, in our living rooms, at the side of our beds, or on phones, distant from each other, but certainly not disconnected. We are all remote and here in great numbers. We're reliant on each other and the technology. So in a true gesture of faith and technology, I'm about to test our Zoom room skills and ask us to log into multiple platforms to bring a little bit more MozFest into this opening circle. I'm just going to check and see how many of us are here. Oh, there is 255 of us here in this opening circle. This is absolutely incredible. That is in this Zoom room with us here. We've been waiting so long to see you all, so thank you so much for joining us. In true MozFest spirit, if we were face-to-face, we would now be asking you to turn to the person next to you and introduce yourself. But we want to continue that tradition in getting to know who's in the virtual room with us today. And we're going to ask you to please introduce yourself and share where you're participating from. Only if you're comfortable now, share only that information that is comfortable for you. And it is fine to say from the internet or nothing at all. And share one sentence to describe something you are excited about with your upcoming MozFest experience. It can be a session that you're looking forward to, a goal that you hope to achieve, or an idea that you want to share. There are several ways for you to introduce yourself. For those of you in the live stream, there are a few ways to connect. You can go to the general channel on MozFest Slack, found again on the Plaza homepage, or you can go to Twitter and introduce yourself using hashtag MozFest. If you are in the Zoom room and you would like to use the Zoom chat, please do. Please introduce yourself and share where you're participating from and describe an upcoming MozFest experience that you're excited about. Now, facilitators, you can gain this experience by sharing your own session. Now, let's take a sec and see what's coming through. We've got people coming in from Ohio, from Washington, and from Canada, India. Oh, there's so many. Okay, this is so amazing. Everybody is sharing. Thank you so much. People from Utrecht, from Berlin, absolutely incredible. I encourage you to continue to share. Now, I would like to take a moment and acknowledge everyone that's here in this virtual meeting. And Alex, can you take me off main speaker pin? And then I'm going to ask a few of us who are in this Zoom room to go to your gallery view. And then Andy, if you can do this for the live broadcast crew, we'd like to kind of move between the different Zoom rooms here. So for those in the Zoom meeting room, scroll through these pages of Zoom rectangles on your screen and take a moment to see who else has joined us for MozFest 2021. Who else has taken the time in their day, whether it's 8 a.m. on Vancouver Island or 9:30 p.m. in Mumbai. Let's give them a wave. Scroll right through to those end pages. Say hi to folks who are going to join you in the sessions. Wave to people who will be your facilitators and workshops. Say hi to potential spatial chat buddies. These are faces that you might see later in Skillshares. Maybe you'll spot an old colleague, maybe a friend from the last MozFest, or maybe someone you recognize from social. Let's keep scrolling. And like lovely waves and big smiles. Thanks, everyone. Okay, Alex, can you move me back to speaker view? Thank you. This is a big year for us, a big year for the festival, especially at this moment after this turbulent 12 months. We're kicking off a new decade. We were going to launch a new era in a new city, but instead we're now running a fully virtual event with over 5,500 people over the next 12 days. MozFest is a moment in our year where all corners of the internet health come together, and we hope MozFest can serve as a bridge across other diverse intersectional movements. We have invited some personal reflections from 3 folks from across the internet health movement to reflect on why MozFest is so important to them as part of this community. I'm honored to introduce J. Bob Alota, MozFest executive producer.
Thank you, Sarah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. As Sarah said, I am J. Bob Alota. I'm the Vice President of Global Programs at Mozilla, which means I get to serve as the executive producer of MozFest. What this means is I get to roll up my sleeves with so many of the folks who helped put this on. I get to serve as our biggest hype person, and I'm also just a big kid in the candy store when it comes to MozFest. So much of what has gone into making this year's MozFest, and I can't stress that enough. It's incredible what has happened behind the scenes and is still happening. But I want to also underscore what we let go of. We scenario planned a million versions of the festival. There was, I can't remember if it was plan A, B, and C, plan 1, 2, and 3, and there were a million iterations of that. But it wasn't until we let go of what it had been that, or what we thought MozFest had to be, that we were able to allow for the MozFest that we'll each experience to become. And so that's actually what I want to offer everyone here today, the opportunity to become right alongside of us. As an activist, as an idealist, as part of Mozilla, the way forward for me is often most viable if it's an invitation, even if it's an invitation that I give to myself. And I am called then to ask myself, how can I hold onto all that has come before and still show up brand new? How can I be one of the many to help pathway us into the best future possible? And that's really what MozFest is. MozFest is built on the belief that if you bring as many folks into the room who are willing to play, to interrogate, to dream, to build, to learn, and grow together, that we can pathway our communities someplace better. And that's really the basis of movement building. It's making an enduring commitment to each other to do that work together. And the other invitation I want to give folks, and I shared this with the Wranglers who are amazing and who blew my mind. And actually, I hope that you have the opportunity to just get your mind blown for the entire, I'm calling it 100 days of MozFest. But the other invitation that I offered up was this ask of yourself of what can you start at MozFest? And I can tell you that all of us who are helping put this together and just, I'll every time you see me on stage, I will give kudos to the staff and the Wranglers and all of the volunteers who help put this on, because it's really incredible. But the invitation that I offer up also is, what can you start at MozFest? Sarah and I have a document that we work on and we meet, and at the top of it we put our goals. And mine was what can I start? Because instead of thinking, how do we get here and how do we finish and how we build this thing that's finite, it's much truer to the spirit of MozFest if we think of it as a beginning. And so this is the opening circle, surely, and it's the opening circle for the next 2 weeks. But really, I implore you and I invite you to find your ways through all the technical and virtual nooks and crannies of MozFest, which are filled with so many brilliant, brilliant people, and have in your back pocket, what am I beginning? What can I start here? And how can I, and with whom? And so we're here to be some of that with whom, but I hope that you find new folks to collaborate with. I hope you find new ideas to flourish behind. And I hope that you find proof of all the stuff that you've been thinking in your head, that there's somebody else who thinks that that's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant idea. And so I really just invite you to join us now, to start with us now, and to have just the best time possible. And so I'm gonna stop here and introduce you to one of our brilliant wranglers, Lena Hawk, who's wrangling the neurodiversity space and is a senior user experience designer from the BBC. Lena, thank you for joining us today. And Sarah, thanks for kicking us off.
Thanks, Bob, and thanks, Sarah. It's a real honour to be here. It's so exciting. I'm really sorry, I'm a bit nervous, so I'm going to do my best to talk. So I'm just going to share my screen and some slides to help me see. Okay, so this is me. Thanks for the intro, Bob. So neurodiversity at MozFest. Well, basically, we began our journey as facilitators at MozFest to share some of the ideas that we're working on under our cognitive design research at the BBC, which was exploring opportunities to reimagine how we work together, how we act, how we communicate, and how we learn, for example. We facilitated sessions built around covering themes such as inclusion, unconscious bias, and exploring new perspectives. We ran several different sessions over a few festivals, running design workshops, trialing new ideas, and sharing our concepts or prototypes in cognitive design, like our zombie survival workshop exploring unconscious bias with a twist, or a creative workshop on attitudes towards neurodiversity and disability in the media, an immersive 360 virtual reality film highlighting the hidden world of the neurodiverse community. It was all of that opened a collaborative environment that ultimately resulted in the neurodiversity space for the 2019 festival. And it was my first time as a wrangler. So after facilitating a few sessions, we managed to get ourselves a space at the neurodiversity space at MozFest, sorry. As part of the festival's dialogue on internet health, we saw the opportunity to create a space that would support and represent this new growing community. The vision we had for this space stretched across three main elements, which we identified as important to landing a successful introduction to neurodiversity. A space that would allow people to explore and share what neurodiversity is, both for those who already identified with it and also for those people who didn't know much about it. We wanted to find a mix of people from all over the world who would not only inspire with their personal stories of neurodiversity, but also be able to share their expertise towards the festival's goals of an accessible and healthy internet. This would be the festival that provided adjustments to support neurodiversity with cognitive accessibility options to empower people and to make the most of what the festival had to offer. We have been able to build some really good relationships at the festival, both with the organisers and fellow wranglers, for example, and also some of our wranglers this year are in fact facilitators from the first time we introduced neurodiversity at the festival in 2019. So as a result of that, we saw a great result in bringing in new talent and perspectives. We were also able to explore at MozFest how neurodiversity is the future of creativity and innovation in the age of AI. Artificial intelligence is helping us to create opportunities for neurodiverse talent to flourish. In the age of AI, we know that there is an increasing need for out-of-the-box thinkers. And and also the fact that talented individuals can work on difficult problems. Often neurodiverse talents who possess strengths in memory, pattern recognition, and critical thinking are most suited to do this type of work. So, for instance, in data science, many companies have found that neurodiverse employees will outperform anyone else. Although creativity as a concept is the most commonly associated with the arts, creative thinking encompasses plenty of other areas in daily life, such as science, technology, or design. All of these fields and more require imagination. AI continues to make huge strides in creative and technical fields, but there is something unique about human cognition, our empathy, curiosity, and imagination that AI will most likely never replicate. AI can, however, inspire us to think deeply, allowing us to do what we are uniquely meant to do, to promote human diversity and challenge homogeneity through neurodiversity. This year, we have sessions exploring concepts of universal language to diverse attention spans with a flow of art practice and social consciousness. We're hoping to create a neuroverse. We're hoping this will emerge, promoting an inclusive culture, neurological differences, and the need for pockets of serenity in the age of digital distraction and information overload. The neurodiversity space this year aims to create a virtual safe space where people can be their authentic selves, celebrating a thriving neurodiverse community full of detail, nuances, patterns, specialisms. We will challenge the manner in which we relate to the world, ourselves, and one another, addressing established preconceptions and inequality through a wave of cutting-edge human creativity and innovation, connecting the world of arts, tech, and science. In this year's neurodiversity space, we will explore how today's diverse thinkers will shape tomorrow's creative future. Thank you. And I'm going to introduce Natty Carthy, who is MozFest facilitator and also interim executive director at Open Data Charter. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lina. Thank you very much, everybody in MozFest, for inviting us for this opening cycle. For everybody that doesn't know me, I'm Natty Carthy. I'm the interim executive director of the Open Data Charter. I'm based in Buenos Aires, Argentina. So good morning from my time zone. For those who don't know, as the Open Data Charter is a collaboration between over 150 governments and organizations working to open up data based on a shared set of principles. We promote policies and practices that enable governments and civil society organizations to collect, share, and use well-governed data. And we turned 5 years last year. We're very happy about that. We are this year participating finally in MozFest with a panel that revolves around our gender work. But our overall goal for MozFest is to connect, learn, share, listen, get to know people and organizations and different projects. 3 years ago, we went through a process of refreshing our core principles. And while the 6 principles remain sound to our network, we did have a comment and request that as an organization, we should try to make a better job connecting with people and organizations that worked within the bigger openness and civic tech community, rather than just with our open data colleagues from around the world. We need to make a better job. We need it, and we're working on that. We need to make a better job connecting with organizations and people from civic tech, from digital human rights, from data privacy, from the open source community. And we have been doing so ever since. But that's why we're very happy to be joining MozFest and expect to get to know a lot of people and a lot of projects and be able to share also what we've been up to in this 5 years of work. Our core themes are gender pay gap data, climate change data, and anti-corruption data. But we know and very much recognize that collaboration is the way that we work, is the way that we want to work, and it's core to any project that we implement. So events as open and engaging as MozFest are what we want, where we want to be, where we want to go, and it also challenges us to break our own silos. On Tuesday, we will be having a panel on our Caring for Equity work to share our work on gender pay gap, and we would like everybody to join. But we will be also participating in other panels and trying to engage with as many people as possible in order to understand what everybody's been up to and try to learn as much as possible. That's all for me, and I'm really, really happy, and thank you very much for inviting me once again. See you all during all these MozFest, and please contact us. I'll be around.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Natty. Thank you so much, Lena and Bob, for sharing that with us. So MozFest is a little different now. Our home for this virtual event is no longer a building, but a digital platform. For 2021, MozFest is a global rolling event, live from 14:30 CET, Central European Time Zone, till after midnight in the Central European Time Zone, until March 19th. We don't expect anyone to be with us for the full time. Instead, it's important you participate in a way that suits your day and your schedule and your tolerance for Zoom. The MozFest Plaza is our home, and on one page, it is the one page that you need to find your way around the entire festival. You can access scheduled sessions, 15-minute skill shares, art and media, which is the home to all of our on-demand art, films, and podcasts. On the Plaza, you will also find the family resources, our common spaces, and Slack. And the Plaza is also home to our live stream, where many of you are now watching the opening circle. This stream will host live and recorded sessions over the next 12 days and is the home to our daily MozFest studio. But some things have not changed. How and why we're here is very recognizable and consistent to previous years. Because MozFest is about connecting, it's about collaborating and building towards an open, free, and healthy internet. Designed with participation at the fore, the exchange of knowledge and feedback between participants and facilitators is what gives the festival its energy and its identity. The roles of participants and the facilitator are interchangeable, each of us moving between learning and sharing knowledge over the next 12 days as we collaborate on new ideas and existing projects and contribute to the biggest issues we all face online and off. Our overarching theme is trustworthy AI, and we will be examining the unique opportunities and challenges that AI presents to each of us as individuals and to sectors and industries, as well as society at large. The Trustworthy AI theme has been translated into 13 community spaces where you are all invited to explore this topic through a variety and range of lenses. Those spaces have been co-created by a dedicated cohort of 47 volunteers. These are our space wranglers. We want you to meet them and we want you to appreciate them before we go any further. The wranglers have been working together for 6 months from across time zones, networks, and languages to define the community spaces, to curate sessions, and to support and prepare over 650 session facilitators. We feel so much love and so much gratitude for them, and I am consistently inspired by these amazing leaders. I am very delighted to introduce you to our 2021 Wrangler cohort. Alex, can you play that video?
Hello, this is AI in real life. I'm Kyoko, based in Berlin.
I'm Muriel, and I am in Barcelona.
I'm Wiebke, and I'm based in The Hague. Join us at AI IRL.
Hi, I'm Angeli. I'm based in the Netherlands.
Esther from Lusaka, Zambia.
I'm Mago, and I'm based in the United States.
Hi, I'm Shaina from India, and we welcome you all to the AI Wellness Space.
Hi, I'm Shanook from Rotterdam.
Hi, I'm Douglas, and I'm in Prague in the Czech Republic.
Hi, I'm Gracel from Brazil.
Hi, I'm Lujane from Palestine and Jordan.
Hi, I'm Philo from Amsterdam, and together we are wrangling the Creative AI Space.
Hi, I'm Nikhil, and I'm based in New York.
Hi, Eileen here, calling in from Berlin, Germany.
Hi, I'm Lou from Philadelphia, and we're your wranglers for the decentralization space.
Hey everyone, we're the wranglers from the global culture and heritage space. Welcome. This is Bhuvna Meenakshi from India.
Namaskar to all the participants. I am Nivas from India.
Hi, I'm Paul Zenke from Madison, Wisconsin, USA.
Ndewo, I am Mufa from Nigeria. Please join us in our space. We can't wait to have you. Thank you.
Hi, welcome
welcome to the Open Space. My name is Ahmed from Tunis, Tunisia.
My name is Caleb from Nairobi, Kenya.
Hi, my name is Sadiq from Accra, Ghana.
Shifting Power in Tech. Jonathan Riley from Detroit, Michigan, USA.
Moore from the UK.
Blaze from Lagos.
Para from South Africa.
Hi, I'm Divij. I'm from Bangalore.
Hey everyone, welcome to the sustainability space. We're your Wranglers.
I'm Kathleen, I'm based in Berlin.
I'm Chris, also from Berlin.
I'm Errol, based in the UK.
I'm Sarah, based in the UK as well.
Hi everyone, we are the Tech for Social Activism Space Wranglers.
Join us in our efforts to explore the good, bad, and ugly side of technology as a tool in the struggle for justice and human rights.
Check out the amazing session we have in the space and make sure to save a spot.
Hi everyone and welcome to the Youth Zone. I'm Amy.
And I'm Isot and we're in Ireland.
I'm Luca and I'm in New York City.
I'm Derba, I'm also in Ireland.
I'm Joseph and I'm in Wales.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Wright and I am from Seattle, Washington.
I'm Tammy Popo and I'm based in Montreal, Canada.
And we are your Wranglers for the Mozilla space.
Welcome to the MoZone.
Amazing. Okay, please join me in a silent but a visual applause. As I've already mentioned, we have community participation guidelines to assist us all in how we interact and support each other over the next 12 days. You can now see them on the screen. If someone could show slide 2 for me, please. And they will also be shared in the chat, and you can find them at the bottom of the Plaza page. And the following will not be tolerated at MozFest: violence and threats of violence, personal attacks and derogatory language, unwelcome sexual attention, disruptive behavior, or influencing unacceptable behavior. There are many ways for you to raise issues and get help. Next slide, please. We have a festival safety at Mozilla email address. There is a phone number that can be accessed by Signal, Telegram, or WhatsApp. And you can find all this information also on the CPG page and who will be receiving those emails. Across various platforms, there's multiple ways for you to seek assistance, from lost sessions to support for notes, and they are run by our volunteer heroes. We truly appreciate their powerful knowledge from MozFest and their help, but they are very busy at the moment, so please be patient as they assist you. And you can see how you can contact them on Slack, on Twitter, and there's an email address, and you can even contact them in the comment spaces on Spatial Chat. Now, some special thank yous before we finish up and attempt the famous MozFest photo. Next slide, please. We want to do a special thanks to our benefactor ticket holders and our sponsors. Presenting sponsor is Coil. Champion sponsors is Vero and Google Open Source. And our benefactors this year are Steve DeCourney, EC Lou, Stephen Mayer, and Libraries Connected. Right. Before we wrap up, with the virtual version of our world famous MozFest group photo, let me just share. We are here for 12 days. We are connecting across multiple time zones from about 116 countries, the last time I checked, and from various devices. This is a bit of an experiment, so there will be bumps along the way. Technology will probably fail to meet our needs. Someone most certainly will dial into a session from what sounds like the airport. And with 5,000 participants and 540 sessions, we will not all enjoy perfect Wi-Fi connections. But with grace and patience, we can get through this together. We promise you ours, and we thank you for yours. Now, a quick love bomb. We could not have done this without you. The MozFest team is made up of many groups, but throughout the year, the core team are Stephanie, Mark, Lucy, Zana, Zaina, Chad, Christina, Bob, and Temi. And we are also joined by Mozilla AV, so Khan, Alex, and Andy. We have incredible production teams of Bee and Giant Cookie. Dirk and Gunnar are by our side, and we have incredible volunteer heroes. Thank you so much. You know, this year we've been very fortunate to have some Amsterdam partners, so a special thank you to our City of Amsterdam, the University of Applied Science, and the VOG. I'd also like to thank our facilitators and our Wranglers. And is it too soon to do a special shout out to my broadband provider for getting me this far on this call? Before we finish this momentous opening circle, and you head to the live stream to see the MozFest studio, we're going to try the MozFest photo. So for those of you who do not want to have their image captured, you may leave Zoom, and we hope to see you across the next 12 days. Alex, can you take me off speaker pin and so we can see gallery? Now, for those on the live stream or watching this at a later date, there is another way for you to share your image. In the art and media section, you will find an art piece called Be Your Selfie, which is a collage page where you can upload a picture that we will add to this group photo at a later date. For those who stayed and who are ready, settle yourself in, fix the hair. We have some folks who are going to screen grab some images. Yes, I did say screen grab, so it's going to take a little bit of time. And we need you to hold those poses for about 10 to 15 seconds each. Now check how I can see everyone shuffling on their seats, fixing their hairs. This is great. Yeah, so for the first one, so we're going to hold two photos. We'll do a big cheesy smile, and then we will raise our arms in what you consider the air. We will be holding these poses probably for an awkward length of time, but I appreciate the dedication to this. So are our screen grabbers, our professional photographers ready to take these photos?
Yes, we are ready.
Yes. Okay, folks. Okay. I'll count us in. 3, 2, 1. Give us a big cheesy smile, everyone, or grimps. So hold. Smile. Big smile. They have to make their way across so many different camera views. So thank you. Smile. How are we doing? We good? Smile. I'm watching.
Not done yet.
Keep smiling, folks. Nice, cheese. We all look great. Someone said, thank you. Cheese. Okay, right. We're gonna try one more. So this one is number 2. We're gonna ask you to raise your arms up into what you consider the air. So kind of something similar to like this, or you can put your elbows up. Okay, I'll count us in on 3, 2, 1. Raise your arms up and what you consider the air. And give us a big smile, hey! Wiggle those fingers, wave those arms around. It looks really good from my view. Keep it up, yay! Amazing, so good. Oh, look, and oh my God, I think I see Foxy. Hello, Foxy! Everyone looks so great. Thank you so much. Okay, how are we doing? Are we done? Are we captured, Christina?
Yes, I think we are good. That looked amazing. Thank you.
Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much to everyone who joined us for the opening circle and for kicking off the festival. Stay tuned for the studio on the plaza on the homepage, and we will see you soon. If you need any help, please meet us over on the help desk on the plaza or in the Slack channel at Moz Help. Thank you and have fun at MozFest, everyone. See you soon.